Hello, and welcome to this installation of the mAkE Talk series, a presentation of the work done as part of the mAkE project on developing the people and skills data specification and Maker Passport. I'm Dr. Sarah Hutton, Technical and Research Advisor to the Internet of Production, and I led the research, data analysis, and development of the work presented in this video. The Internet of Production is a global alliance of people who believe in a future of production defined by open global knowledge and decentralized local manufacturing. We are a member of the mAkE Consortium and have led the work on technical innovative infrastructures that have been developed as part of a distributed manufacturing network defined in the Work Package 4 of the mAkE project, integrating components on the financial, skills, geographic, and contracting aspects of distributed manufacturing. The objective of Work Package 4 is to create an interoperable network supporting digital innovation hubs as key drivers for local production across Africa and Europe. The task in Work Package 4 that is related to skills is the development of a data specification which provides a framework for the communication of production-based and manufacturing skills. This data specification provides a shared language for makers to communicate their expertise, making it easier for customers to locate the right person with the necessary skills match for what is being manufactured. This shared language also serves as the foundation for developing a digital maker passport which supports navigation across an ecosystem of digital innovation hubs that connect a growing global network of makers. In this presentation, I will discuss the research undertaken for the development of the people and skills data specification for defining maker skills and experiences, how this specification supports the implementation of the Maker Passport for the location and matching of experienced makers with projects, and potential practical use cases for the Maker Passport, including testing that is ongoing. The central focus of the people and skills specification that has been developed is to create a shared understanding of the experience, skills, and knowledge that is needed to make things. The people and skills specification, linked here and viewable on the open publishing platform PubPub, was developed through extensive community-centered research, including document analysis, interviews with makers and makerspace leaders, and survey data analysis. The preliminary shared taxonomy of maker skills and experiences identified during this research process was developed into a shared language, which helps to broaden a global network of experts and place the possibility of product prototyping into the hands of community members. This ultimately means increased potential for rapid collaboration and the potential to increase the overall quality of the products being locally produced. This linked skills blog post provides additional information on the people and skills specification, including its use as a foundation for the Maker Passport. In addition to providing a record of personal maker skills, experiences, and accomplishments, this skills-based information can also be used as part of developing a Maker Passport system. A Maker Passport, as part of an individual maker's profile, can be used to support the connection between makers and potential collaborators or clients based on their skills, certification, and location. This linked people and skills sign-up form provides an opportunity for an individual maker to share their makerspace affiliation and related skills and certifications. The ongoing gathering of this information via the lightweight survey using What's form provides two functions. By filling out the form, makers are contributing to the growing collection of skills, training, and certifications for integration into the growing taxonomy of the people and skills specification, and makers who complete the form, in addition to receiving confirmation that their information has been confidentially collected, will also receive information regarding next steps to create their own Maker Passport profile, which can be shared with collaborators and clients. To use the people and skills specification for turning skills attestations into digital certificates as part of a Maker Passport, we offer two pathways. The first option for creating digital certificates is a community-based authentication method. This approach allows for the generation of credentials to be done entirely within a closed, independent system between makerspaces and individual makers. With an accompanying method for credential storage, this solution supports complete data sovereignty and independence from pre-existing accrediting bodies or institutions. The second option is for organizations with pre-existing badging systems or that may be part of a larger consortia or a network already using a micro-credentialing platform. Our community-based authentication method starts with the assumptions that individual makerspaces are serving as certificate issuers. This means that an organization is taking responsibility for making the determination that a certificate that they issue is proof that this learning process, workshop, or training program has been completed by this person, the maker, and proves that this person knows the skill, how to use the machine, or safety protocols within the space, and so on. These issuing organizations not only determine the completion and learning focus of the certificates, but also the certificate class. For example, someone could be issued a certificate in 3D CAD, Solid Edge, or generative design for additive manufacturing, spanning any level from introductory fundamentals all the way up to expert. It is really up to the issuing organization to make that determination of what each class or certificate means on the operational level. This is the difference with the community-based authentication approach using the people and skill specification. It allows for extreme flexibility, which is what our research showed was needed, particularly for makerspaces and makers with apprentice and fellowship programs where there is not a pre-existing accredited certification program that is widely recognized and utilized to reflect a shared understanding of the accepted or attested maker skills. Once the certifications are determined based on skills learned, our process offers a mechanism for creating, issuing, and storing the certificates, which can then be displayed as part of a maker passport. To create a certificate that represents the agreed upon attestations, the makerspace issuing the certificate starts the process by manually inputting the information needed for that certificate. That generates a text file. Tooling is then used, this could be Python or XML, for example, to validate all manually input text in that text file. And then in turn, it generates a form. This could be RDF or XML, for example. This form is then imported into a local application that generates a QR code. And this QR code can either be printed out and handed to the maker or displayed to the maker in a digital format. The maker then scans the QR code with a personal device, this is most likely their phone, and signs the QR code with a key native to the application. If the maker does not have a handheld device, the certificate issuer confirms and enters their identity manually into the application, following the protocols recognized by their organization. And this is really related to what identification might be required or acceptable as proof of personal identity in any given makerspace, such as a government-issued identification card. The purpose of this signature, or manually entered confirmation of identity, is to allow the maker to show that they own the public key and can verify and attest to personally knowing the skills their certificate is claiming they know. Once the maker has signed the certificate, the issuer will then countersign as affirmation that they are witness to a maker's claim that, yes, I possess these skills stated by this issued certificate. This public key will serve to certify the maker's identity, and a new QR code will be generated. This second code is what will serve as the actual digital certificate. This QR code, now signed by the maker and countersigned by the issuer, can be given to the maker in print format or exported in digital format. The concept is that a maker can then take this QR code and use it for verification of skills and experience, either to clients or to other makerspaces, where they may be seeking entry for the use of specialized spaces or equipment that requires certain skills or training. A maker can either store the QR code on a personal thumb drive or an external drive, or for secure asset storage outside of a specified platform, we recommend using Solid. Solid is a specification that allows for the secure storage of data into centralized data stores called pods, which are like secure personal web servers for your data. The link provided here brings you to Open Know-How, or OKH, Solid app, which we created to store open hardware projects. This app shows how a Solid pod can work to store design files, licenses, and associated assembly instruction files as bundled project packages. This is a use case that conceptually operates similarly to using a Solid pod for bundling together multiple QR codes as part of a larger training pathway or specialized certificate program. For makerspaces that may already have or may be considering the use of pre-existing micro-credentialing and badging platforms, the people and skill specification can be applied for the creation of attestations and badges representative of training, received, and skills learned. Here we use Badger, now recognized as Canvas badges, as an example for the issuance of credentials. In this demo certification, details regarding what the issuance of a badge certifies can be shown in the earning criteria details, where an issuer can be as detailed as necessary to accurately reflect the training received and skills obtained by a maker, using the vocabulary of the people and skills specification. Now that we have established a shared vocabulary and methods for generating community-created and attested credentials, we have been continuing to test the Maker Passport and gathering more community feedback on the vocabulary that is continuing to develop for the representation and attestation of maker skills. Generously funded by Research and Innovation Systems for Africa, the Innovative Manufacturing in Africa project, linked here, provided us with the opportunity to work with makerspace communities across Kenya, Ghana, and South Africa. During our distributed manufacturing trials as a part of this program to provide local healthcare products to community organizations, we were able to gather invaluable maker community feedback and refine the ongoing development of the Maker Passport and People and Skills Taxonomy. An ongoing collaboration with Raphael and HFab Lab is affording us the opportunity to develop a targeted proof of practice in using the People and Skills specification in Maker Passport to capture additional details on training programs and workshops. And we're exploring how training and education materials can be bundled and shared alongside digital certificates, a bundling process that was demonstrated earlier conceptually through the development of the OKH Solid app. For the display of digital maker credentials, a growing Maker Passport platform where individual makers can create and personalize their profiles can be used to display credentials, showcasing skills, certifications, location, and links to personal and professional websites, making it easier for makers to connect with potential collaborators or clients. The code for this platform and all the tooling developed in support of using the People and Skills specification is openly available for community contribution, and we'd like to invite you to visit the Internet of Productions Community Forum so that you can share your ideas for future developments for our work on the use of the People and Skills data specification and the Maker Passport in distributed manufacturing. Thanks for watching this video. We look forward to hearing your feedback and the collaborative exploration of ideas you may have for moving this work forward.